What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute. I know it has. I pretty much took off the entire internet. Well, I shouldn't say the entire internet. Definitely took off from YouTube. Took off a little from Instagram. Celebrated Lauren's 25th birthday. I wanted to get you guys the Q&A video that I had talked about on my Instagram, but I had a lot of stuff going on, some changes at work. I actually applied for a new position that involves more management stuff. So I was busy dealing with that. Didn't really have much time to do videos or really do much to my cars. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna be doing the Q&A segment for you guys to answer some of the questions that you had. But for now, I brought the Freedom Rocket out today because I got new tires for the car, and I have another set of parts coming in tomorrow that will help the suspension, and I'll be doing a video on that as well. That'll be the next video, and then we're gonna take it to the track hopefully on Saturday this weekend. It's either gonna be this car or the turbo car. If I can't get the Freedom Rocket done within that time, then I'll probably just take the turbo car out and see what we can do with that. There's a track rental at Cecil, so the prep is gonna be pretty good. There's not gonna be a lot of cars going back and forth, so I'll be able to run a lot more and really concentrate and get the car a little more dialed in. So I'm at Westy's Speed Shop right now. We're gonna throw on these tires, talk to him a little bit. You guys haven't seen him in a while on the channel. See how he's doing. He actually bought Hagee's Auto, which is the big auto shop right by his speed shop. Speed shop's over here to my right there's the garage. He's doing a lot, which is pretty cool. So we got the trailer behind me. I'm gonna unload the Freedom Rocket and take it in.
Out for a drive?
Yeah, just a leisurely Thursday morning drive. Ugh. Man, look at you making moves with this tool chest. Putting tools away in your brand new tool chest. Westy's
it's not so brand new, it's kind of a couple months old.
Business is booming. You got cars in here, you got cars outside, you got cars that want to come in, you got assholes like me that just want tires on. So I decided to go with a different tire this time. Still Mickey Thompson, but I currently have the 275 Pro radial. It's a great tire. Just going to try something new to see how it is. This is a 10.5 wide, so it's like a ½ inch wider or so. It's a little bit softer. This is more of a consistent tire. This is the Pro bracket. We're gonna try this, see how it is. It might work better, might not. I don't know, I might go back to those, but I just wanted to try something new to see how I liked it. As you can see, there's no tread, so this is the closest thing to a slick you can get without it being bias ply. So it's still a radial, still has a stiff sidewall, and it'll still be a faster tire than a bias ply. Look at this sweet little hot rod. Look at them seats. Did you do those, Westy? That looks like your kind of work. It's pretty cool. It's Westy's favorite jobs to do bead locks.
Yeah.
So make sure, if you guys want your tires done, if you got bead locks, bring them here.
I can't wait for another set of whack off for it.
So as you can see, once the ring's taken off, the bead lock, it does just that. It locks the bead on the wheel, so the tire doesn't spin around the wheel when the car hooks. That happens a lot if you don't have a bead lock wheel. This is a single bead lock, so there isn't one on the back, it's just the front. You don't want the tire spinning around the wheel when you're launching. Right, Westy? No. I heard you just throw self-tapping screws in.
See, my car hooks so hard I can't even put tires on it. I just run rims, because if I put tires on it, it would spin the earth.
Oh, okay. Is that Benz you got, that Mercedes?
Yes. It's all-wheel drive too, which further complicates things.
Basically, you got to get the bead all the way around that lip there so it seats, and then you throw the bead lock on it. So snug them down now, and then I think they're all 18 pound-feet is what you torque them to.
You know, the Windstream, and then they let PP&L come in for the electric.
Right. The Westy Touch. Is that how it is?
Oh, man. Don't act like you don't know.
Yeah. Man, you use torque wrenches here. I thought you just did it all by hand. Just...
No, I like things to be the way they're supposed to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like to guess. I own more torque wrenches than some people on the property own wrenches.
Alrighty, so big shout out to Westy for helping me get the tires on the car. He's a fun guy to hang out with. I haven't had him on the channel a while, but he's always got some joke or something funny to say. So this brings us to the Q&A part of the video. I had posted something on Instagram a little while ago. Like I said, it's been a while, and you guys had posted questions in the comment section, so I'm going to go through here and read through them and answer them as best as I can. Well, the first one here says from Vlad. Y'all know Vlad, the guy that takes pictures, takes video. He says, why do you bully the cool photographer that takes your photos? It's because you're Russian, Vlad. Clearly, it's because you're from Russia. What gear is currently in the car? It's still the stock rear, so it's still the stock rear gears, 323. Whatever happened to the guy that bought your old Jeep? You know, I don't know. I haven't really checked in on it recently. I know he was doing videos of it, and I know he did get it up and running, so that's good. Any new builds coming to the channel for winter? I do have somewhat of a plan. I think my next car is going to be a 69 Camaro. It's something I've always wanted, so if I do any new builds or have any new car, it's going to be that. Have you thought about adding another car to your... Well, there you go. Must be frustrating when Ruby consistently runs faster times than the Freedom Rocket with less power. Laugh face emoji, laugh face emoji. Yes, I'm so frustrated. No, not really, because you gotta understand that Cletus does this stuff every day. He's really good. He has access to tons of parts, and he can get builds done way faster than I ever could. I just don't have the time with my job. I don't have unlimited amounts of money to do this stuff either, and when I do get my free time, I try to make some progress on the cars, and that's just really how it is. And yeah, there has been a lot of things that have gone wrong with my builds, whatever, in the past few months. Well, really just all of 2019 has kind of been not as great as I'd hoped in terms of the cars progressing. It seems like I'm always getting dealt a bad hand, and I try to deal with it as best as possible, but if I had more time to dedicate and more money that I could throw at the cars, then yeah, it would get done a lot quicker, and you'd see more progress than you're seeing right now. And as far as that car being faster, well, it is also 1,000 pounds less than the Freedom Rocket. When are you gonna have the next meetup at the track for the fans? I don't know if we're gonna be able to get another one this year or not. I wanted to toward the end of fall, but things just kind of got in the way, and now it's fall. Fall just kind of appeared. If I felt like yesterday was summer and I was like still in my pool, but now it's like almost Halloween, so I don't think it's gonna happen this year. What happened to keeping the twin turbo ZL1 stock? Ooh, the need for speed. What do you think of the new GMC Sierra 2500? I think it's a cool truck. I saw Jack's truck when he got his, but for me personally, it's not worth it to pay that much money for a truck. After all the mods you've done to your cars, is it worth it? Seems like the days at the track maybe fix one problem but lead to the next. Is your passion for racing and cars still there when you started all this? I'm just going to simply answer this question, and I'm going to say yes and no, because some days it is, some days it is. Obviously when I was consistently problems happening and it's like I feel like I fixed one thing and then something else breaks, or I feel like I did something right and then I did something wrong, that's when my motivation is like, but for the most part, you know, racing the car and driving the car and everything like that, it's still fun. Obviously, I still have a passion for cars and everything, but it does weigh on you a little bit when things just don't seem to go right. Do you let Lauren drive the Z-Hell 1? Ooh, don't say that. We might trigger somebody with the same name. But yes, I do let her drive that car. We both kind of drive it, and I think she enjoys it. How expensive is the setup on the Freedom Rocket, and do you plan on more mods? It's hard to really say how expensive everything was, but I can tell you one thing not a lot of people take into consideration is all the safety stuff that I did to the car, like the roll cage. That was a big chunk of money. Then you got the parachute, then you got wheels and tires. None of those things make you go faster, really. I mean, lighter wheels and tires will, but all those things don't make you go faster. They're just kind of like a necessity when you go drag race. So all that stuff adds up. And when you take, let's say, $30,000 build, and I'm just shooting a number out there, 15,000 of that might be things that really don't make you go any faster. But I don't really have an answer for that. One question, why does the Freedom Rocket look pink in some videos? Because it is pink. No, I'm just kidding. It's because the camera, when it's outside,
or in certain lighting, like the sun, like right now the sun is coming in the window and blinding me, but if it's in that sort of lighting, you see how my face is washed out right now? That's what happens to the car when it's in the sunlight. It washes it out and the camera can't pick up the true color of the car. It is red. It's a lighter red than the factory red, so that's probably why it looks pink or even like a light orange or salmon or whatever color in some videos. But when you take a photo of it, and when I post stuff on Instagram, that's when you can really see what the car looks like. What's your favorite guitar that you own? You know, since I got them behind me, I could probably show you my favorite one. It's really hard. It's either between the Les Paul here or out of camera here is the Jackson, which is what I named my dog after. Jackson. It's called a Jackson Dinky with a maple fretboard, maple neck. Yeah, it's a pretty cool guitar. That's what I played in my band most of the time. That's one of my favorites, I'd say, for sure. Uh-oh, battery's dying. Might have to change it out here. Where's the hood? A lot of people have been asking about the hood on the Freedom Rocket, so that is coming next. I'm going to actually be stopping at Posey's Hot Rods this week. I wanted to wait until I got the velocity stack figured out on the throttle body before I designed a hood around something that would just change anyways. So that's why it's been taking a long time. I know it seems like forever since I was talking about putting a hood on the car, but that's pretty much what I was waiting for. So now that we sort of have that and have an idea of what we want to do, now I'm going to pretty much follow through with the hood. Any plans to lighten the Freedom Rocket with carbon fiber body parts? I'd love to make the Freedom Rocket a lot lighter. However, carbon fiber costs a lot of money. So we'll see about that and how quickly we do that. What connections do you have with Croatia? Croatia, well, my girlfriend is Croatian, so I guess those are the connections. Myself, I'm part Slovenian and part German, so sort of, it's all Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, it's all the same area. Hey Nick, can you please make a reaction video of the new Freedom Rocket with Lauren? Possibly, maybe I'll even let her drive it. And these Canon batteries do not last at all. I just had to change it. Well, if this one dies, I'm pretty much out of luck because the other one's dead and I only got two. So we're gonna hurry this up. Will we ever host another event like you did with YouTube call out, like maybe guitars and cars? That'd be kind of cool. Guitars and cars, I like that. Are you gonna do full E85 on the 2017 ZL1? Yeah. Eventually, I plan on doing it. What do all the old school plant workers think about your YouTube side hustle? Has it ever been brought up by your work bosses? Yeah, some of the guys at work actually have watched some of my videos. They know about it. Obviously I talked to them about it. And following that question, it says, if you ever get to the point where YouTube can support you, would you quit your job or just move to part-time? Nah, I would never. I mean, I'd have to be making like a lot of money on YouTube to even consider quitting my job, because I'm in a really good position now with my job where it's not worth it at all. I mean, YouTube is so inconsistent. Like, I made 10 times what I'm making right now a year ago. 6 months from now, I could be making 5 times what I'm making right now. So that brings up another thing. There's a few more questions here before let's see. Will you race the twin turbo ZL1 and the Freedom Rocket? That would be pretty cool. I do want to make that happen at the drag strip or something. That would be really cool. So yes. When are you supercharging the Silverado? Probably not going to happen. I know I said that a little while back, but I'm probably not going to end up doing that. I'll be honest, I have enough on my plate as it is, so taking on a third build and making literally my daily driver, now modifying it heavily and doing engine work, it's just not going to do that right now. Some people were asking about Lauren. Unfortunately, she's not here right now. She's at work. I would have her answer these questions for you, but one of them obviously was about marrying her, you know, putting a ring on the finger. I always get that question popped up. And I can tell you right now, we aren't really thinking about that. It's kind of too soon. She's still in school and all that, but we are happy and we do live together. Yeah, we definitely see a future with ourselves, so if that answers your question. But I wanted to touch on something I said earlier in the video about my job. I did apply for a manager position to basically manage the department that I work for right now, and I ended up not getting it, but the management team there where I work has now sort of created a position for myself to learn that job. So when the guy that gets hired for this position comes in, down the road, he may move to a different area or a different department to take over someone else that's retiring, and then I would step in that. So they want me training and getting ready basically for that position and sort of testing it out, testing the ropes. The good thing is I'll be able to stay in the union, whereas like a salary position, which is what I interviewed for, I would get out of the union and never be able to get back into the union. For now, I'm able to stay in it and I'm able to test out the ropes and see how everything is, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to be doing that. If I do end up going into that position and being sort of management, I can say things are going to change. And I don't know if it's really going to be me stepping back from YouTube because I want to concentrate more on that, or maybe it would free up more time for YouTube. I'm really not sure until I actually do the job. You know, I work as an hourly employee. I can be forced to work weekends, overtime, 10-hour days, 12-hour days, and not have a say in it at all. But when you move to a salary position, you're only required to be there really 40 hours a week. And you're off weekends, you're off all holidays. Obviously, if you want to come in, you can. Or if you have to stay over one day to do something, you do. But you don't have to. So that is one perk that obviously the salary people have. But like I said, if I do get that position, I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I can tell you things are going to change. And I know that's maybe not something you want to hear. I know a lot of people would love me to say, yes, I'm quitting my job and doing YouTube full-time, daily uploads, boom, 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 boom. For me, that's not reality. And right now I'm kind of thinking about my future and thinking about what I want to do, which is basically why I applied to that job, to hopefully advance and keep advancing in my field. Other than that, I hope I answered all you guys' questions, or most of the questions that you had. Sorry, there's like a sunlight in my eye, but can't get away from it. The sun is setting earlier and earlier every day. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm putting some parts on the car to help the suspension for the Freedom Rocket, to help the car launch a lot harder. We're gonna have a full install video of that coming Wednesday night at 9 p.m. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're coming here for the first time. And as always, have a great day.